Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are discussing the transfer characteristics of bipolar junction transistor. So in the last class, and we saw that the transfer characteristics is basically the plot of the collector emitter voltage of a BJT uh, versus this base current. And in the transfer characteristics, we have three regions, distinct regions. The three regions are like this: cutoff region, active region, and saturation region. So cutoff region means when the transistor is basically considered off, in an off condition, and there the condition that condition we obtained by having this base current zero. So if the base current is zero, then we can say that the transistor is in off condition. Okay, and if the transistor is off, then we'll get the maximum collector to emitter voltage, because collector to emitter voltage is basically the VCC minus the current load current into the load resistance. So we get the maximum uh, collector emitter voltage. Now, once the base current starts flowing, we get the active region, and there basically the collector voltage drops as the base current increases. Collector current also increases because there is a relation, that is the beta. Beta equals to IC by IB. So if beta is constant, so if base current is increases, so collector current also increases. And as we know, this VCE, as per the Kirchhoff's voltage law, VCE equals to VCC minus IC into RL, because if we consider the transistor is like this, so here in this way, this base current is actually flowing, and you have a resistance called RC, load resistance, and some biasing voltage VCC or VC. Okay, uh, so we can write this KVL as per the current collector current direction in this way, and this VCE is basically this voltage. Okay, so that means if the base current increases, if base current increases, collector current also increases. That means this DC drop reduces. That is depicted in the active region where the DC is getting dropped. Okay, and at the end of the active region, at some point when the base current reaches a certain value, okay, we are having this saturation region. Saturation region means then the transistor is fully on. If we increase the base current, also the collector current will no longer increase, and the collector to emitter voltage reaches its minimum value, and that is termed as a VCE saturation, VCE sat, that given in this curve. So these are the transfer characteristics of BJT that we have discussed in the last class. And we also discussed some other things as far as the device is concerned. So if you have any question, you can ask me. We have gone through the notes or the video lectures. So if you have any question, you can ask. Is it okay? Then কি কারো কোনো question আছে?
স্যার
হ্যাঁ বলো, শুনছি।
স্যার আপনি আগের ক্লাসে বলেছিলেন উইদাউট বেস কারেন্ট দেয়ার ক্যান বি নো কালেক্টর কারেন্ট, ওটা আরেকবার একটু এক্সপ্লেন করতে পারবেন?
without base current, there will be no collector current, because the collector current cannot flow because that is in the reverse bias. Now, you see here the collector base junction is already reverse biased. So how the collector current will flow? Now, if there is a base current, then according to the device, we'll have some current in that. Okay, whatever the electron is injected from this emitter to base, that the most of them will find their path through the collector rather than the base. Okay, so that thing I discussed. Okay, but if there is no collector current, or as it is a PN junction, simple PN junction, there cannot be any, if there is no base current. Okay, so as the collector base junction is already reverse biased, no current can flow. তাই তো?
ওকে,
বুঝতে পারছো? আচ্ছা, আমি তো ডিভাইসটা ডিটেলসে বলেছিলাম আগের দিন, একটু তোমরা তাহলে ভিডিও লেকচারটা করলে বুঝতে পারবে। Actually, the base emitter junction is forward biased. Okay, so therefore that PN junction is forward biased. But the other PN junction, that is the collector base junction, is reverse biased as per this external polarity, voltage polarity. Now, once this current is injected in this base emitter junction, and the electron is diffused from the emitter side to base. Okay, now due to the special construction of the BJT, also due to this gradient, high gradient in that, you see in this particular gradient of minority carrier in the P side. Now this base is, as per the construction, the base thickness and the base size is kept very small. Okay, so if you see the actual structure, then you will find that the base, as per the construction, the base thickness is very small. Okay, so that assists the whatever the current will, or whatever the electron that will be diffused from this N side to this P side, that means the emitter N side to the P side of the base, whatever the electron will be injected, most of them will leave the base, we will leave the base to the collector side, not through the base terminal. Okay, so therefore the collector current starts flowing because current is opposite to the electron flow. বুঝতে পেরেছো? So that has three region basically. Those three reasons আমি already I have discussed in the last class. কেন যে এই যে ইলেকট্রন গুলো, আমি কি বলেছিলাম তো আগের দিন, এই যে তোমার দেখতে পাচ্ছ গ্রিন, না এটা তো ব্লু, সরি ব্লু যে লাইনটা আছে, ব্লু লাইনটা হচ্ছে তোমার ইলেকট্রন ফ্লো। তো যখনই এখানে বেস এমিটার জাংশনটা তোমার ফরওয়ার্ড বায়াস করেছো, এখান থেকে ইলেকট্রন গুলো ডিফিউজ হয়ে বেস পি জাংশনে ঢুকছে। এবার বেস পি জাংশনে ঢোকার পর এর দুটো ওয়ে আছে বেরোনো, এক হয় ও ওই বেস টার্মিনাল দিয়ে বেরিয়ে যাবে, আর একটা হয় ও কালেক্টরে ডিফিউজ করবে। ওকে, এবার সিচুয়েশন এমন যে ম্যাক্সিমাম this electron will be diffused to the collector rather than it will exit from this base terminal. So that start the current flowing in the collector. বুঝতে পেরেছো? সেই জন্য বেস কারেন্ট ফ্লো করা মানেই হচ্ছে কালেক্টর কারেন্ট ফ্লো করা। বেস কারেন্ট যদি জিরো থাকে তাহলে কালেক্টর কারেন্ট ফ্লো করবে না, দ্যাট মিন্স it is in the cut off region. So here you can say the base current is zero. or less than a certain threshold value. Now here the base current is some finite value. Okay. Now here the base current reaches. Okay, so this is the maximum value of base current. Okay, so base current can be increased, but if the base current increase after this value, okay, so we will not get any increase in the collector current. Okay, so this we can say not zero, it's IB0. This value is IB0. So some threshold value, after some threshold value, it will be in the active region. Any more question? So that means the current flows in two regions. One in the active region, another is saturation region, because in cutoff region there is no current flow. Okay, so if I draw two regions, two situation, one is the cutoff, okay, and another is the sorry, it's not cutoff, because in the cutoff direction we don't have any current flowing, so better to show the two regions. One is active, another is the saturation. So this is your collector, base, and emitter, collector, base, emitter. Okay. Now, what we suggest to make it in active region, keep it in active region, that is the base current flowing. Okay. So that means we have to apply some base to emitter voltage. Otherwise, how it will flow? So this is called the base to emitter voltage, EBE. Similarly, we'll have some voltage between base to collector, and that is called the VCB. Okay. So another voltage we can get, that I have already mentioned, that also depicted in the transfer characteristics, and that is VCE. Now, what is the polarity of VCB? Active region.
It should be greater than 0.
No, I am asking the polarity.
Yes, sir. Collector is kind of positive and base is negative.
Okay. Why? Because
This junction is reverse biased.
yes. So here we have N. This is your P, and this is your N. So as I have already mentioned, that in the active region, your base emitter is forward biased, but the collector base is reverse biased. Okay, so as it is reverse biased, so that means P side will be negative and C side will be positive. But I also mentioned one thing, that it is not the external voltage polarity. That is all about the biasing situation of the PN junction. Can you remember that? When I was discussing the diode, power diode, there I mentioned this term, this thing, that It is not all about the external voltage polarity. Because what do you mean by forward bias and reverse bias of a particular junction? Is that the external voltage polarity or something else? Can you recall? আমরা ফরওয়ার্ড বায়াস কখন বলি? শুধু কি যখন আমি পিটাতে পজিটিভ ভোল্টেজ দিচ্ছি আর এনটাতে নেগেটিভ ভোল্টেজ দিচ্ছি সেটাই?
স্যার পি সাইডের ভোল্টেজটা এন সাইডের ভোল্টেজের থেকে বেশি হবে এখন, মানে সেটাই ফরওয়ার্ড বায়াসের মানে যদি দেখি, মানে সেক্ষেত্রে দুটো নেগেটিভও হতে পারে।
না, আমি বলছি যে সেটা কি আমি এক্সটার্নাল ভোল্টেজ পোলারিটিটা থেকে ডিসাইড করব? সো হাউ উইল বি ডিসাইড that this particular junction is in forward bias or reverse bias? Okay, so the device will have its own polarity, that I understood, but that may not match with the external voltage. So how this device polarity is decided? Okay, so if you can recall, I mentioned that the biasing situation of a particular junction depends on the presence of excess carrier around the junction. Isn't it? Can you remember that? আমি বলেছিলাম যে একটা জাংশন কখন ফরওয়ার্ড বায়াস হবে, যখন ওই জাংশনের আশেপাশে এক্সেস ক্যারিয়ার আছে যারা কারেন্ট ক্যারি করতে পারে। ওকে, আর যখন ক্যারিয়ার একদম ক্যারিয়ার নেই, ক্যারিয়ার একদম শেষ হয়ে গেছে, ক্যারিয়ার শূন্য হয়ে গেছে, ইটস লাইক এ রিভার্স বায়াস। Okay, now if you can match with this that I have mentioned here also, তোমরা যদি এই জায়গাটা দেখো, এই জায়গাটা ম্যাচ করার চেষ্টা করো। আমরা এটাকে ফরওয়ার্ড বায়াস বলছি কেন? Because you see, around this junction we have excess minority carrier on both the sides, isn't it? So therefore this junction is called the forward bias. But why we are calling this as a reverse bias? It is not all about the external voltage polarity. It is about the carrier distribution, minority carrier distribution around the junction. That you should remember. Okay, যদি এটা এরকম হতো, মানে এইরকম না হয়ে, ফর অ্যান এক্সাম্পল যদি দাঁড়াও আমি এটা অন্য কালার সিলেক্ট করি, তারপর হ্যাং করে গেল। জাস্ট a minute. সাপোজ এরকম না হয়ে যদি ব্যাপারটা এরকম হতো, করে এরকম হতো। Okay, you see here we don't have the zero carrier, we have sufficient amount of carrier around the junction. So that time it will also be called a forward biased. Got my point? তোমরা বুঝতে পারছো এটা কি?
Yes sir.
Okay, কিন্তু একটা জিনিস আমাদের মনে রাখতে হবে। So this situation, when we have do this particular linear diagram of PN junction, we considered only a normal PN junction diagram. But we are discussing in our power electronics, we are discussing basically the power BJT. Now what is the modification in power BJT?
So there will be a drift region.
There will be a drift region between the PN junction, the collector base junction. in the collector base junction, we have another region, and that also decides the breakdown voltage of PN junction. Anyway, so that I'm not going into that details. So, okay, so where here we have another region here between these two. So what will be the situation of that? So that also we have to consider. Anyway, so তাহলে একটা জিনিস সবসময় আমি তোমাদের বলছি মনে রাখতে যে বায়াস, ফরওয়ার্ড বায়াস না রিভার্স বায়াস, সেটা ডিপেন্ড করছে the whether the junction is having excess magnetic carrier for carrying current or not. Okay, তো এখানে যেটা যখন আমি নর্মাল অ্যাক্টিভ রিজিয়নে রয়েছি তখন কিন্তু এই জিনিসটাই হচ্ছে যে এক্সেস রিভার্স বায়াস কেন বলছি, কেননা তার ওখানে এক্সেস ম্যাগনেটিক এরিয়া নেই। আচ্ছা, এবার আমি একটু তোমাদের পাওয়ার বিজেটির কনসেন্ট্রেশনটা কিরকম হতো সেটা যদি আমরা একটু দেখি, যে পাওয়ার বিজেটি হতে গেলে উই হ্যাভ 4 regions, 4 layers rather. Okay, so this is one, this is one, and this is one. So let me know what are the different layers quickly. The left one, leftmost one rather, এটা কি বলো তাড়াতাড়ি, একদম বাঁদিকেরটা কি?
N plus
P plus.
P plus, sir.
P plus. Why? It is NPN junction, NPN transistor everywhere we are considering. We are considering everywhere NPN junction, NPN transistor. How it can be a P plus? আমরা আগের দিন বললাম যে NPN ট্রানজিস্টরটা আমরা এখানে কেন করি, because N has better mobility than P. So therefore the NPN transistor is preferred over the PNP. Okay. So this is your N plus region. And what is this base substrate?
E.
Correct. What is this drift region, the third one?
N minus. Then N plus.
Correct. So these are the structure of a typical, you can say power transistor, power BJT. Okay. Now, if we want to draw the similar diagram, hello. Okay, so distributionটা কিরকম ছিল? According to this around this first base emitter, it was like this. It is just a starting of that active region, and this is the drift region. There was no carrier. Okay, so what is the left concentration? Concentration of what? এই যে বাঁদিকে যে কনসেন্ট্রেশনটা ড্র করেছি এটা কিসের? What should I write there? I'm asking you repeatedly because you are. I'm just checking whether you are studying your notes, studying the thing or not. এটা কিসের কনসেন্ট্রেশন? একদম লেফটে যেটা এঁকেছি N প্লাস রিজিয়নে যেটা এঁকেছি,
Whole.
হ্যাঁ
whole.
So what should I write?
NP.
Huh? NP or PN?
PN.
PN.
Oh, concentration of whole in the N region. So therefore it should be PN. Here it should be NP. Okay, and here also it should be PN. Correct? Because we are interested, again, I'm repeating it, we are interested in the what? Majority or minority carriers?
Minority.
Minority carriers. So these all the distribution I have drawn here is the concentration of minority carriers only, not the major. We have only one majority carrier device. Can you tell me why? What is that?
Schottky diode.
MOSFET.
No,
Yes.
Schottky diode. So only Schottky diode, and it is not a PN junction diode. It is Schottky diode.
Sir,
You don't
power
have any junction.
MOSFET can also be a majority carrier device.
Okay, but that I have not discussed. Okay, so we'll see whether can be or not. Okay. So this is the thing in the starting of the active region. Now, if the base current increases, what happens? I am not going into the details of the you can say that the device characteristics, how the device behaves, because that will take a lot of time. And you are not studying the thing in details. If you are interested, then I can go through that. But only if I want to see that what will be the change if I increase the base current continuously. Actually, this distribution will extend to the drift region as well. এই যে NP যেটা এখানে আমরা ড্র করেছি, এই NP এর ডিস্ট্রিবিউশনটা এক্সটেন্ড করবে কোথায়? ড্রিফট রিজিয়নেও। But still it cannot be called, this particular junction cannot be called a forward bias. It is still in reverse bias. So that means this modified distribution, by increasing the base current which I have drawn, it is also in the active region. And up to what it will be in the active region? When the concentration will be this, up to that it will be in the active region. And that is the, you can say that is the limiting case. And if we increase the concentration further, then it will be no longer in active region, or you can say this will no longer be reverse biased, it will be forward biased. Okay, so that means you have understood, I am increasing the base current and I am getting change in the NP distribution in the base as well as in the drift region. Got it? And the change is in this way. According to the base current is increasing, the change in is this way.
Sir, is this due to the conductivity modulation of drift region?
Okay, so you can say that, but there are other region. Actually, some there is a fall in the VCE. Okay, actually, যদি দেখো ওই যে একটু আগে যে আমি একটা এক্সপ্রেশন লিখলাম যে VCE টা কি, VCE টা অনেকগুলো রিজন আছে এটা কেন হয়। আর একটা রিজন আছে যে এক্সটার্নাল যে VCE সেটা ডিপেন্ড করছে তো লোড কারেন্টের উপর। এই যে লোড কারেন্ট যত বাড়ছে, VCC টা তো কনস্ট্যান্ট, এই কারেন্টটা ড্রপ করে, এই ভোল্টেজটা ড্রপ করে যাচ্ছে, যেটাকে আমরা বলছিলাম যে which is responsible for the reverse bias, that voltage actually getting reduced. বুঝতে পেরেছো? এইটা একটা কারণ। নেক্সট হচ্ছে তোমার সিবি জাংশন ভোল্টেজটাও কিন্তু তোমার মডিফাইড হচ্ছে। ওকে, তো সেই জন্য আস্তে আস্তে তোমার এই যে ডিস্ট্রিবিউশনটা কিন্তু বাড়বে। আর যেহেতু রিভার্স বায়াসের অ্যাকচুয়াল এফেক্টটা কমে যাচ্ছে, এক্সটার্নাল এফেক্টটা কমে যাচ্ছে, তাহলে কিন্তু ওইখানে আস্তে আস্তে তোমার কনসেন্ট্রেশন বাড়তে শুরু করবে। ওকে, অ্যান্ড দিস লিমিটিং কেস, দিস পার্টিকুলার লিমিটিং কেস, এই যে এইটা যেটা আমরা বললাম, এটাকে আমরা বলছি কোয়াসি স্যাচুরেশন রিজন। তারপরে যদি আরো বাড়ে, যখন এটা রিভার্স বায়াস হয়ে যাবে, এই ফরওয়ার্ড বায়াস হয়ে যাবে, দ্যাট ইজ কল্ড দ্য, when it becomes the forward bias, that means this particular distribution, this is called the saturation. Okay, so that means this particular distribution that we have drawn is the quasi saturation. Okay, understood. So if I go back to the polarity now, what we can say about the polarity in the saturation? So if this is the saturation that I have drawn here, so what we can say about the polarity of CV junction? Whether it will be same as in case of active region. Are you getting? I am asking about the CV voltage polarity, collector to base voltage polarity, whether it will remain the same.
Collector will be negative, base will be positive,
Why?
because this junction is also forward biased.
So this junction is also forward biased. Okay, so that means don't think about what is connected externally to this particular junction. You have to think from the device perspective, whether this particular junction is forward biased or not. So as in the saturation, both the junction becomes forward biased, so we will have this particular polarity for the BCV, because this is N again, যাতে তোমরা বুঝতে পারো আমি ভালো করে লিখে দিচ্ছি। দেখো দুটোই P তে কিন্তু পজিটিভ থাকতে হবে, তবেই সেটা ফরওয়ার্ড বায়াস হবে। ওকে, so both the junctions are forward bias, so therefore we are getting this. Now if I want to write the voltage expression for the active region, what we can write? What is VCE? VCE equals to VBE plus VCB, isn't it? But if I want to write the same expression for the saturation region, what can we write? What can we write?
VBE minus VCB.
VBE minus VCB. So that is the change in the VCE. Okay. So have you understood physically why the distribution is changing like that? That I have not explained. But what is the actual thing happens from active to quasi saturation to the saturation, that I have depicted in this figure. Okay, now we'll discuss some important characteristics of BJT, which is generally given in the data sheet of the BJT, and which is very much important when we select a particular BJT for our application. Okay, so we can write that important parameters of BJT. Important parameters of BJT. So the first thing is which is given in the data sheet is the IC max. You just write down. I have my screen at hanged. So you just write down IC max. And also you write down what does it mean. It means that instantaneous maximum permissible current, collector current. IC max is instantaneous maximum permissible collector current. IC max. Instantaneous maximum permissible collector current. Number 2 is IC continuous. So it is the continuous and steady maximum permissible collector current. Continuous and steady maximum permissible collector current. Okay. The third one is VCEO. VCEO is the maximum forward voltage. Maximum forward voltage that can be applied between collector and emitter with floating base. So I'll explain this. First you write down. Okay, so VCE0. Number 4, VCER, maximum voltage that can be applied. Maximum voltage that can be applied across the collector and emitter with resistance connected between base and emitter. With a resistance connected between base and emitter. So that is VCER. Number 5 is VCEX. That is also maximum voltage that can be applied between the collector and emitter with a negative polarity voltage connected between base and emitter. Maximum voltage that can be applied between the collector and emitter, because VCE, with a negative polarity voltage connected between the base and emitter. Another very important parameter is VCE set. So that we have already drawn in the figure. That is the lowest voltage between the collector and emitter under the saturation condition. The lowest voltage between the collector and emitter under the saturation condition. And beta. Beta I have already defined. This is the ratio of collector current and base current of the transistor. But you should remember the beta is applicable only in case of active region. This ratio is valid only in case of active region, IC divided by IB. Okay, so these are the few parameters which we generally consider when we select a particular BJT for our particular application. Okay. Now, I think the IC max and IC continuous, what is the difference? It is the instantaneous value, first one, and the second one is the continuous value. So what should be higher, IC max or IC continuous?
IC max.
Why? As it
Because
is
that
max.
is the maximum permissible.
No, this is also maximum permissible. IC also maximum. IC continuous also maximum permissible. Permissible
Actually-
means that maximum.
So actually, IC max may indicate the worst condition maximum current which can come at an instant, not the if this much of current flows continuously through the transistor, then that can damage. The transistor can handle the maximum steady state current IC continuous, but due to some disturbance, there may be still higher current which can be which can come inside the transistor. So that transient maximum current is IC max, and
Okay, so
that
that
is
means
higher. Yes.
yes. So for an example, suppose IC max is suppose 8 ampere and IC continuous is 7 ampere. For an example. Now, if a current suddenly comes to the collector that becomes 7.7 for very small but small time, if that 7.7 ampere current comes, whether the collector will damage, whether the device will damage, no, because
sir.
that comes for a very small time, and for that we have rated 8 ampere. So 8 ampere is rating for the instantaneous current. But this 7.7 ampere, if that flows through the device for a very large time, then it will be damaged because it will generate a tremendous heat. Okay, and the device will burn out. So therefore, the steady state current is always less than the instantaneous current, not the maximum maximum value. It is the whether it is steady state or the instantaneous. For any device is like this. Okay. Now VCE0. What is VCE0? Basically, sometimes we keep the base floating. Okay. And we check that what is the value of this. If this IB0, then what is the maximum permissible voltage? So this is called your VCE0. So that is a separate relevance for it. So maximum how much voltage we can apply across this collector to emitter, keeping the base floating. বুঝতে পেরেছো? এবার হচ্ছে নেক্সট হচ্ছে যে VCER. Sometimes we applied a resistance or we connect a resistance in the between this base. Okay, so let me draw this. Sometime we apply, though this base is floating, but we apply a resistance between this base emitter junction. Okay. So can you tell me what is the advantage of connecting this resistance?
Sir, it can bypass the leakage current.
Which leakage current? Why the leakage current will flow? It has another name. Okay, sometimes it is called the reverse saturation current.
Yes, sir, reverse saturation current.
Reverse saturation current. So that means
Sir,
if
is
there
it
is,
ICEO?
we can say that it is ICEO. Okay, so that reverse current, it will be bypassed through the resistance. It will not turn on your device. So if there is a current through this junction, it will be bypassed through this. What will happen if there is no resistance? It will force to flow through this base emitter. Got it? And there will be a spurious turn on. You don't want a turn on, but due to the leakage current, the device may turn on. Got my point? Now, by connecting the resistance, you are ensuring there will be no spurious turn on because you are providing an additional bypass path for the leakage current. Got it? Now you just tell me that if we label it as VCER, in which case we can allow more voltage across the collector emitter junction. So that means which is higher, VCER or VCE0?
VCER.
Okay, because as we have provided some bypass path for the leakage current, we can allow more collector emitter voltage for this configuration where the resistance is connected. So this is VCE0. So VCER more than VCE0. So another configuration is that we can connect some voltage. Okay, so where we can connect the voltage? We can connect the voltage between the base and emitter junction. That also will help the same thing. Instead of connecting a resistance, what we can connect? Okay, so it has hanged, so I cannot move it. Just wait some time. So the similar transistor, but here what we'll do, we'll connect a negative voltage in the base emitter. Okay, so we'll connect a negative voltage in the base emitter junction. So what will happen if I connect a negative voltage? It is not a voltage which will turn on the device, because I don't want the turned on. So therefore, I have reversed bias this PN junction, because you see the N side is connected with the positive and the P side is connected with the negative. That means it is already reverse biased. Okay. Now here also we'll label it as VCEX. Though this there should be some specification of this voltage, we cannot increase this voltage after a certain value. Anyway, but can you relate this VCX with the VCE0? Which will be higher?
Sir, VCEX will be higher here also.
And why?
Sir, here negative voltage is applied, so current flow is also very easy. And leakage
But
current can
if
flow.
there is some leakage current also, but as we have already reversed bias the junction, okay, so there is no possibility of spurious turn on, isn't it?
Cut off is make.
মানে কাট অফেরও আরো অনেক মানে পেছনের দিকে আমরা নিয়ে যাচ্ছি জিনিসটা, যাতে স্ট্রিক্টলি এনশিওর করতে পারি যে কোনো রকমই মানে বেস কারেন্টের ভ্যালুটা থ্রেশহোল্ডটাকে ক্রস করবে না, যেটা ট্রান্সফার ক্যারেক্টারিস্টিক্স এ দেখানো হয়েছে না, বেস কারেন্ট ভ্যালু একটা সার্টেন থ্রেশহোল্ডের উপরে গেলে তবে ওটা অ্যাক্টিভ রিজিয়নে যায়। So we are ensuring that in no way that value will crosses that threshold value, the base current value. Okay, so these are the few specification, or you can say the few parameters which we must consider while buying the particular transistor. Okay. So next I will discuss some characteristics of BJT. Now here where I will see the characteristics of BJT, because if I have not decided whether I will go for BJT or any other device, the first point which I have discussed right now, that is, if I have decided that I will go for BJT, then what are the parameters I should see, I should look at. Now here this characteristic of BJT will be required to decide among the devices itself. So that means whether BJT or MOSFET or thyristor or IGBT, what particular device will be suitable for my application. Okay. Now, the first point is that you can write down. I will not write it because it will take time. So you just write down quickly. It's difficult to write here. Lower voltage drop between the collector and emitter under saturation condition. Lower voltage drop between the collector and emitter under saturation condition. That means which drop? কোনটা বলছে এখানে? কোন ভোল্টেজটার কথা বলছে এখানে? VCE. VCE sat. Isn't it? It is about VCE sat. Now, why it is relevant? Why that voltage is lower for BJTs and why it is advantageous? Advantage point. Anyone? এইটা কেন অ্যাডভান্টেজের মধ্যে আমরা বলছি যে VCE sat should be lower, or should be na, it is lower. Generally it is lower compared to the other devices. And the first thing is generally we operate the BJT in the saturation or at the most quasi saturation region, almost the saturation region. That means we are generally concerned with this VCE sat only, no other VCE, because VCE has different value for different condition of the transistor. At active region some VCE will get, but saturation region will have fixed VCE, and that is the VCE sat. So এইটা কম হলে আমার অ্যাডভান্টেজটা, এটা কম হলে simple as that your power loss will be less, because this voltage into current will be the power loss. So that means this will ensure the lower power loss, on state power loss, isn't it? কি বুঝতে পারছো? এটা যদি কম হয়, this into the collector current will be your power loss, na? And you are controlling some devices. If the controlling device itself consumes huge power, that will be of no use, na? So therefore we need a device which will have a low on-state power loss. So that I also discussed at the very beginning when I was discussing the different characteristics of power electronic switches devices. Okay. The second thing is the high current carrying capability. High current carrying capability. Okay, so that is also is required as far as the power loss is concerned. Sorry, not power loss. This is concerned to the, but এটা কেন দরকার হয় high current carrying capability? That also I have mentioned at the very beginning. শুরু একদম প্রথম ক্লাসে আমি এটা ডিসকাস করেছিলাম। হাই কারেন্ট ক্যাপাবিলিটি থাকলে আমার অ্যাডভান্টেজটা কি? নোট বুঝতে পারছে? সিম্পল নলেজ ইউজ করো, সিম্পল কনসেপ্ট ইউজ করো, তাহলে বুঝতে পারবে। যদি তোমার ধরো তুমি একটা ডিভাইস কন্ট্রোল করতে চাইছো যার এটা হচ্ছে তোমার 50 অ্যাম্পিয়ার। ওকে, এবার তোমার হাতে চয়েস আছে, তোমার যা যা মানে কস্ট পারমিট করছে, মানে বাজেট পারমিট করছে, তাতে তুমি এক হয় যে তোমার হাতে ডিভাইস আছে 5 অ্যাম্পিয়ারের, আর একটা আছে তোমার 10 অ্যাম্পিয়ার। ওকে, এবার 10 অ্যাম্পিয়ারের তুমি যত বেশি সুইচ কিনবে, so this switch you need 10, and 10 switches must be in parallel, and here you need only 5. So if it is a high current carrying capability, so then only the 5 devices will do your job. So that means number of devices connected in parallel will be less if we have the device already having higher current carrying capability. You can recall, I have already mentioned in the first class. Okay, here the switching frequency, third point you can write, the switching frequency that I will discuss later. The switching frequency can be increased by connecting a negative base drive. By connecting a negative base drive, that I will discuss how it increases the switching frequency. That means by some external means, we can increase the switching frequency. That is another advantage of BJT. By some external means, we can increase the as it is a junction. So you already know that for power diode also, by some external means, we can increase the switching frequency. So here also, by connecting a negative base drive, we can increase the switching frequency. That comes under the advantage of the third point. Okay. Now the switching frequency of the BJT is not that very high. That is another disadvantage of BJT. So therefore, this point should come under the disadvantage. Switching frequency of BJT is not that high. It is only some tenths of kilohertz. Okay, so if we want a very high switching frequency, then we have to go for other devices like MOSFET. MOSFET generally has very high switching frequency. Okay, so that is not an advantage, that is a disadvantage. So here I am writing only the characteristics. So that also you have to write down. The switching frequency of BJT is in the order of 10th of a kilohertz. So here the gain also very poor. If we consider the active region, here the gain also very poor. The gain is maximum 10 to 15. Okay. So that comes under the point number 5. And the point number 6, I'm not writing all these points because আমি বলছি তোমরা লিখে নাও. And the number 6 is here one term is there for the BJT characteristics, that is called the safe operating area, SOA, that I will discuss later. Okay, so the safe operating area is bounded by the second breakdown. So that is another characteristics of BJT. Okay, so these are the few characteristics of BJT which will be required when we'll decide whether we will go for BJT or other device. Okay. Now the next thing that I will discuss today, that is the switching behavior of BJT. So how we can make a proper device to make a BJT turn on. Suppose this is the transistor which we want to turn on. So this is your VCC, this is your RC. Some base resistance is connected so that we can write RB. Okay. And after that, we'll connect all the other transistor which will help to turn on this particular transistor. So one NPN and one PNP transistor is required. This is the PNP transistor, this is the NPN transistor. This is the source resistance and some positive voltage you can connect there. Okay. So these are the three transistors. Basically will help to switch on the transistor under consideration. So that is the main transistor. And these are the three other transistors. So let us take T1, T2, and T3. Okay. Now, in this circuit, we have only control at the base of transistor T1. T1 এর বেসটাকে আমি pulse দিয়ে control করব। We'll apply some pulse. Okay. And by that, we'll try to control the actual transistor or the main transistor Tm. Okay. So that means the thing which I am applying here is some positive and zero voltage. When it is high, so that means what will happen? What about this T1? I will consider the states of this transistor T1, T2, T3, and T4. Okay, the situation is the T1 base high. T1 এর বেসে আমি হাই দিয়েছি। আরেকটা হচ্ছে T1 এর বেসে আমি লো সিগন্যাল দিয়েছি। Okay. So what will happen if I apply the high signal at the T1 base? I'll ask somebody. Shahil Singh, can you answer this? What will happen about the T1 transistor if I apply a high signal at its base? Sufficiently high. Sahil, are you there? Sahil is not there at all in front of the device. Orkor Prabhu Nandi,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me that what will happen to this T1 transistor on? I will not ask it well.
Sir, it will be on, sir. If high is applied, logic high is applied.
Correct, why?
Yes, sir. I couldn't hear you.
Now, why it will be turned on? হ্যাঁ বলো।
Because sir, the base current, because the B will be positive, the VB, so the uh,
So sufficient base emitter current will flow
Yes.
for the T1 transistor and it will be turned on. As simple as that. যেটা আমি আগেই বলি সব ট্রানজিস্টর একই, তাই না? যখনই আমি এটা সাফিসিয়েন্ট বেস এমিটার কারেন্ট বেস এমিটার ভোল্টেজ দেবো, একটা আইভি কারেন্ট ফ্লো করবে, সো ইট উইল বি টার্ন অন। সো অ্যাজ সিম্পল অ্যাজ দ্যাট। এটা না বলার কিছু নেই তো, এর জন্য মানে মিউট করে রাখতে হবে এমন তো কোনো কথা নেই। ওকে, এনিওয়ে, সো ইফ T1 is turned on, what about the T2 and T3? That I will ask somebody else. Anando. আনন্দ আছো?
Yes, sir.
বলতে পারবে
হ্যাঁ
যে
স্যার আছি।
T2 আর T3 টার কি হবে?
T2 টা আমার মনে হচ্ছে অন হবে।
কেন?
স্যার কারণ T1 দিয়ে যদি সাফিসিয়েন্ট বেস কারেন্ট ফ্লো করে তাহলে কালেক্টর কারেন্টটাও ফ্লো করতে পারবে। তো সেটা
কালেক্টর কারেন্টটা কোথা থেকে যাবে? কোথা থেকে? কালেক্টর কারেন্টের ডিরেকশনটা তো আলাদা। কালেক্টর কারেন্টটা তো এই সোর্স থেকে যাচ্ছে, এইভাবে আসছে কালেক্টর কারেন্ট, তাই না? কালেক্টর কারেন্টের সাথে T2 কোনো রিলেশন নেই। কালেক্টর কারেন্টটা তো সোর্স থেকে ড্র করবে।
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে স্যার অফ হবে T2 টা।
হ্যাঁ, কেন অফ হবে? যদি অফ থাকে কেন অফ হবে?
স্যার অফ হবে কারণ কারেন্ট তো সাফিসিয়েন্ট বেস কারেন্ট T2 তে যাচ্ছে না, তাই।
দেবরাজ,
হ্যাঁ স্যার, ওই যেহেতু এখানে আইসি কারেন্ট ফ্লো করছে T1 দিয়ে,
হ্যাঁ,
তাই হয় আইসি T3 আইসি কারেন্ট এবার এই দিক দিয়েও ব্রাঞ্চিং হয়ে T3 তে যাবে, এর ফলে আর এই দিক দিয়ে T3 তে গেলে T3 টা অন হবে,
না না,
কিন্তু
ব্রাঞ্চিং হবে কোথা দিয়ে বলছো? মানে এই আইসি,
সেটা মানে
এই আইসি কারেন্টটা এদিক দিয়ে যাবে এদিক দিয়ে যাবে বলছো? এদিক দিয়েও যাবে এদিক দিয়েও যাবে, এই দুটো পাথ নেবে?
না, একটা পার্ট নেবে না, মানে T2 টা নেবে না, তাই T2 টা অফ থাকবে।
T3 টা কেন নেবে?
কারণ এই দিক দিয়ে গেলে ওইটা মানে ওই নিচে যে আর্থিংটা হচ্ছে ওইটা কাছে হচ্ছে লেস পটেনশিয়াল, তাই
না
ওই
না,
দিক দিয়ে যাবে।
এটা না, তার উপর ডিপেন্ড করছে যে আদৌ এইটা এই জাংশনে কারেন্ট ফ্লো করতে পারে কিনা, সেটা হচ্ছে ইম্পর্টেন্ট। এখানে তো একটা বেস এমিটার জাংশন হয়ে রয়েছে, সেখানে কারেন্ট যদি নাই ফ্লো করতে পারে তাহলে কি করে হবে?
হুম,
Somebody else will try to answer this.
Sir, when the collector current flows through the transistor T1, so the VCE in the normal operating range, VCE is quite low. So that voltage, actually that is the base voltage, applied voltage to the transistors T2 and T3, and that voltage will be not sufficient for these two transistors to be turned on.
ও যেটা বলছে যে we have to consider the absolute potential of this particular grid, this particular point. এই যে ইয়েলো আমি এটা সার্কেল করেছি, এই পয়েন্টের ভোল্টেজটাই কিন্তু ডিসাইড করবে যে T2 আর T3 অন হবে কিনা, because that will be acting as a base emitter voltage for both the transistor. So that will decide whether the base emitter junction of T2 and T3 will be forward biased, or in other words, whether the T2 and T3 will be switched on or not. Am I correct? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, how this voltage, this yellow circle যে পড়েছি পয়েন্ট, এই ভোল্টেজটা কে ডিসাইড করছে? This voltage again is decided by VD minus ICRC. দেখো এই যে VD এখানে রয়েছে উপরে সোর্স ভোল্টেজ, সেটা মাইনাস ICRC, এটা ডিসাইড করছে যে এখানের ভোল্টেজটা কত হবে। এবার আইসি যদি বেশি হয়ে যায়, অনেক কালেক্টর, এটা যদি T1টা যদি ফুললি টার্নড অন হয়, মানে আইসিটা অনেক বেশি, তাহলে ICRCটা অনেক বেশি। কি বুঝতে পারছো সবাই? এই আইসিটা যদি অনেক বেড়ে যায়, তাহলে এই যে এফেক্টিভ ভোল্টেজ, এই যে ইয়েলো পয়েন্টের যে ভোল্টেজটা, হ্যাঁ, সেটা ধরো আমি একটা নাম দিলাম VO, এই VO ভোল্টেজটা তো অনেক কম হয়ে যাবে। বুঝতে পেরেছো? সেটা যদি কম হয়ে যায়, then neither T2 nor T3 will be turned on. Both the transistor will be turned off only. Got it? So these things are very simple, but you have to understand. সবসময় একটা ট্রানজিস্টর দেখি আমাদের মাথাটা ঘুরে যায়, কেননা আমরা অ্যানালগ ইলেকট্রনিক্সটাই ভালো করে পড়ে আসি, তাই না? কিন্তু সেটা কিন্তু হওয়ার কথা নয়। Analog, these transistors are very simple things. What you need, only you have to consider the whether the junction is forward biased or reverse biased. One thing, another thing you have to apply, that is the KVL and KCL. So only these things are required for analyzing any analog circuit. এটা দেখে মাথা ঘুরে যাওয়ার কোনো দরকার নেই। Okay. Now you tell me, what about the T4? Sorry, TM. What about the TM, main transistor?
That is also small.
Why that is off? Because here you see that both the T2 and T3 is off. So you have to, again, you have to consider the absolute potential of this node. What we can say about that potential of that node? If it is already in a relaxed condition, what we can say about that potential of that node?
0.
That means that base is floating. একটু আগে যেটা আমরা ডিসকাস করছিলাম, VCEO যে কন্ডিশনে দেয় আমাদের, তো এখানে বেসটা ফ্লোটিং, দ্যাট মিন্স দেয়ার ইজ নো অ্যাভেলেবল ভোল্টেজ এট দ্য বেস জাংশন, base terminal, so that means there is no sufficient voltage between the base emitter junction of the TM, and therefore no base current will flow, and the TM transistor will remain turned off. Okay, so always here, in case of transistor, always you have to see whether you have sufficient base voltage or not. If you have sufficient base voltage, then the base emitter junction will be forward biased, then sufficient base current will flow, and the device will turn on. In this way you have to think. Understood? Okay. Now যাদের যাদের আমি জিজ্ঞেস করলাম তারা তারাই আবার বলবে যে পরের স্টেটে কি হবে। ফার্স্ট আমায় বলবে, আচ্ছা আনন্দ বলো। If we have now the low voltage in the base of the T1, what about the T1? State of the T1.
স্যার তাহলে T1 অফ হবে।
Can you explain?
Sir, because if the voltage is low, then T1 will not receive the sufficient base current, so it will not be turned on.
Correct. What about the T2?
Sir, T2, because base current is very low, so the ICRC term will also be very low because collector current তো ফ্লোই করবে না, তাই ওই নোডের ইয়েলো নোডের ভোল্টেজটা বেশি হবে, so T2
বেশি
T3
মানে
টাও
কত
on
হবে?
হয়ে যাবে,
বেশি মানে কত হবে?
মানে VD হবে,
VD হবে, কারেক্ট।
VD
মানে
হবে।
এটা ওপেন সার্কিট রয়েছে না, তাহলে এখানে এই পাথটা তো থ্রু হয়নি, কেননা T1 টা তো মানে সুইচ অন হয়নি, বুঝতে পেরেছো? তাহলে T1 টা এইটা বেসিক্যালি অন হয়ে যাওয়া মানে এই পাথটা শর্ট হয়ে যাওয়া, এটা তো শর্ট হয়নি। তাহলে এখন ডাইরেক্ট ভিডি টা অ্যাপিয়ার করবে both across T2 and T3. Got it? So T2 will be
Yes, sir.
turned on. What
So
about
those-
T3?
Yes, sir.
T3 will be turned on.
Sir, T3. Yes, sir.
Okay. And what about TM?
Sir, then TN will also be on.
Why?
Sir, because the voltage at the node, the other node, that will be sufficient because both T2 and T3 are turned on.
Okay. So any more explanation? Someone else? এই যে TM টা কেন টার্ন অন হবে? No? Okay, so I will not say you this because you should think. I will in the next class I will ask this. But because you are not thinking anything, I'm just randomly surveyed that you are not at all attending the class carefully. And a few are responding and others are just keeping themselves silent. I don't know whether they have informed of the device at all or not. They have just logged in and missing
Sir.
from the device. বলো।
আর এই যে T2 দিয়ে যে আয়ন এমিটার কারেন্ট যেটা বেরোচ্ছে সেটাই তো T3 কালেক্টর কারেন্ট, এবং সেক্ষেত্রে তো আরবির মধ্যে দিয়ে কোনো কারেন্ট যাওয়ার কথা নয়, তাহলে কি মানে টিএম টা অফই থাকবে? মানে আমরা সেইভাবে যদি ভোল্টেজটা থাকে, সেই ভোল্টেজ ড্রপটা যদি আরবির 1% না থাকে, সেটাই বলছিলাম।
কি আচ্ছা, এই যে T3 ট্রানজিস্টরটা, এটা কি ট্রানজিস্টর?
পিএনপি ট্রানজিস্টর।
পিএনপি ট্রানজিস্টর। আচ্ছা, পিএনপি ট্রানজিস্টর যদি হয় তাহলে এই যে মানে এখানে একটা ভোল্টেজ পেলাম, সাফিসিয়েন্ট পজিটিভ ভোল্টেজ পেলাম, এটা পি, এটা এন, এটা পি, তাহলে কি এটা টার্ন অন হবে? Okay. So I'm not going to answer this today. So that means we have some doubt in this as well. And I will take this answer in the next class. আমরা দেখি তোমরা কিছু পড়ো কিনা। Okay. So anyway, আর যদি কারো কোনো কোয়েশ্চেন থাকে জিজ্ঞেস করো, না হলে আমরা ক্লাস আজকের মতো শেষ করব। In the next class, remember in the next class I will ask this question randomly and in details. I may ask also the device thing. Whatever you will say in the next class, you have to say confidently. Okay, no question. Then thank you. Just stopping the recording.